I quite realize that many of my statements will contradict the beliefs of those of you who accept the idea that the conscious mind is relatively powerless and that the answers to problems lie hidden beneath. Obviously, the conscious mind is a phenomenon, not a thing. It is ever changing. It can be concentrated or turned by the ego in literally endless directions. It can view outward reality or turn inward, observing its own contents. There are gradations and fluctuations within its activity. It is far more flexible than you give it credit for. The ego can use the conscious mind almost entirely as a way of perceiving external or internal realities that coincide with its own beliefs. It's not that certain answers do not lie openly accessible, therefore, but that often you have set yourself on a course of action in which you believe, and you do not want to open yourself to any material that may contradict your current beliefs. If you are sick, for example, there is a reason. To recover thoroughly without taking on any new symptoms, you must discover the reason. You may dislike your illness, but it is a course you have decided upon. While you are convinced that the course is necessary, you will keep the symptoms. Now, these may be the result of one specific belief or caused by a complex of beliefs held together. The beliefs, of course, will be accepted by you not as beliefs, but as reality. Once you understand that you form your reality, then you must begin to examine these beliefs by letting the conscious mind freely examine its own contents. We will speak about health and illness more specifically later in the book. I would like to make one point here, however, that often psychoanalysis is simply a game of hide and seek in which you continue to relinquish responsibility for your actions in reality and assign the basic cause to some area of the psyche hidden in a dark forest of the past. Then you give yourself the task of finding this secret. In doing so, you never think of looking for it in the conscious mind, since you are convinced that all the deep answers lie far beneath, and moreover that your consciousness is not only unable to help you, but will often send up camouflages instead. So, you play that game. When and if you manage to change your beliefs in that self-deceptive framework, then any suitable forgotten event from the past will be used as a catalyst. One would do as well as another. The basic beliefs, however, were always in your conscious mind, and the reasons for your behavior. You simply had not examined its contents with the realization that your beliefs were not necessarily reality, but often your conceptions of it. At the same time, in psychoanalysis, you are often programmed to believe that the unconscious, being the source of such dark secrets, cannot be counted upon as any bed of creativity or inspiration. And so you are denied the help that the inner portions of the self could give to your consciousness. Usually when you do examine your conscious mind, you do so looking through or with your own structured beliefs. The knowledge that your beliefs are not necessarily reality will allow you to be aware of all the data that is consciously available to you. I am not telling you to examine your thoughts so frequently and with such vigor that you get in your own way, but you are not fully conscious unless you are aware of the contents of your conscious mind. I am also emphasizing the fact that the conscious mind is equipped to receive information from the inner self as well as the exterior universe. I am not telling you to inhibit thoughts or feelings. I am asking that you become aware of those you have. Realize that they form your reality. Concentrate upon those that give you the results that you want. If you find all of this difficult, you can also examine your physical reality in all of its aspects. Realize that your physical experience and environment is the materialization of your beliefs. If you find great exuberance, health, effective work, abundance, smiles on the faces of those you meet, then take it for granted that your beliefs are beneficial. If you see a world that is good, people that like you, take it for granted again that your beliefs are beneficial. But if you find poor health, a lack of meaningful work, a lack of abundance, a world of sorrow and evil, then assume that your beliefs are faulty and begin examining them. We will later discuss the nature of mass reality, but for now, we're dwelling upon the personal aspects. The main point I wanted to make in this chapter was that your conscious beliefs are extremely important and that you are not at the mercy of events or causes that dwell far beneath your awareness. That is the end of this chapter, and you may take your break. That marks the end of Seth Speaks, the nature of personal reality. And this was our part 12. What did you think about this particular passage? Please leave it in the comments below. And don't forget to check out the summary that I've prepared, giving my opinion on this particular passage, which will air on Friday, June 27, 2025. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I am Tony Victory, a wolf uncaged, and until the next time, peace. Hello, and welcome back to A Wolf Uncaged. Today we're diving into one of the most powerful and misunderstood truths in the metaphysical world. A message that flips mainstream psychology and even New Age thinking on its head. This comes from the Seth Material, a channel work by James Roberts that explores the architecture of reality itself. Most of us growing up believing the conscious mind is weak, that it only skims the surface while all the real answers lie buried deep in some dusty, unconscious basement of our soul. We're told we have to dig up the past or unearth some ancient trauma to get better. But Seth says no. Seth says that's not how it works. You see, the conscious mind isn't a thing. The conscious mind is a phenomenon. It's always shifting, always flexible, and you direct it. Like the lens of a camera, it can zoom in on inner thoughts or focus outward on the world. The conscious mind is not weak. It's just misunderstood. Let's say you're sick. Let's say you're broke or stuck in a job you hate. Seth wouldn't tell you to go spelunking into your childhood. He'll say, look at your current beliefs. Because here's the uncomfortable truth. You may hate your situation, but on some level, you believe it's necessary. Let me tell you a story. There was once a man who had a limp. Doctors found no cause, no trauma, nothing. But he held a belief, deeply ingrained, that real men must struggle to earn respect. His limp? It was the body symbol of that struggle. Once he confronted that belief, the limp faded. His body was obeying a mental blueprint the whole time. Seth makes a bold claim. Sometimes psychoanalysis is just a game of hide and seek. You go looking for the monster under the bed while ignoring the fact you're the one who put it there, because we assume the conscious mind can't help us, that it lies, that it distracts, that it camouflages. But in truth, your core beliefs are sitting right there in plain sight. You just never question them because they look like reality. It's like wearing red tinted glasses your whole life and forgetting that everything looks red because of the lenses. So Here's the powerful shift. Don't obsess over your thoughts, but become aware of them. Ask yourself, do these beliefs serve me? Do these beliefs bring health, abundance? Do they bring joy? Or are they creating limitation, pain, or scarcity? Because your physical reality is a mirror, not of fate, not of some secret trauma, but of what you believe to be true right now. That's good news. It means you're not at the mercy of your past. You are not powerless. You are the author. You are the builder. You are the dreamer. Awake. The conscious mind has never been and is not your enemy. It is your ally. Start paying attention to what it's telling you, because it's not just reflecting your world, it's creating it. Stay conscious, stay curious, and stay in command. I am Tony Victory, a wolf uncaged. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. What did you think about this particular passage and this summary? Please leave it in the comments below, and until the next time, peace.